Yes, but also no at the same time. I'll talk about it. So, if we're talking about the Arkansas River, yeah, absolutely. A lot of that river has dried up due to irrigation, specifically irrigation in Colorado. Other rivers, like the Kansas River, run a lot drier, but that's now because of design. There were, in the 40s and 50s, and even in the 60s a little bit, a massive amount of flooding that took place along the banks of the Kansas River and its tributaries. A lot of that still kind of occurs, especially on some of the smaller tributaries. I know the Neosho River has had a lot of flooding, especially in '07, and the Verdigris River in down near Coffeyville and Independence had huge floods in '07 that almost wiped out those entire communities down there, and did wipe out entire communities down there. It was a huge disaster. Anyways, during that time period, the Army Corps of Engineers, working with the state of Kansas, decided that, hey, we're going to build a reservoir system throughout the entire state that's going to help hold back a lot of this river water, so it doesn't flood near as often. A lot of the lakes that we now have in Kansas were created because of that. Milford Lake, the largest lake in Kansas, was created as a reservoir. It was dammed up by the Army Corps of Engineers, and that's what made that. But yeah, in order to make sure that rivers didn't flood and communities weren't affected by those huge floods, the reservoir system that we have in place now was created. So if you ever wonder why the Kansas River isn't like this big, mighty, flowing river, that's why. We've intentionally dropped the water level on it so that it doesn't flood. Prior to that, you were able to take a steamboat up and down it. They were navigable, no matter what the legislature said about them not being navigable for the railroads. And then, yeah, you do have Colorado taking water out of the Arkansas River, using it for irrigation of their crops in western Kansas. And, then there was a couple lawsuits about that, and we won. So now they have to give us money. Think we'd rather have the water. Have a good day, guys. Peace.